Hello, everybody, and welcome to another mini episode with me, Djbatman. And today, we're going to get a little more into the so-called Don't Say Gay bill, which now more organizations are getting involved. So now we got GLAAD. No, not the company that makes Tupperware. GLAAD, the gay organization that tries to get more representation for people that are in the gay community, or basically LGBTQ, which I personally think the company is overrated. Yeah. But yeah. Anyways, we got this article here. Basically, they're trying to warn Hollywood, trying to prevent them or the same fate that Disney's going through. But we're going to go ahead and get into this a little bit. So, article title is, After Disney's Don't Say Gay debacle, GLAAD CEO warns Hollywood, don't wait until you're in the hot seat. On the heels of the rare public gaffe for the Walt Disney Co. Regarding the media giant's silence on Florida's incendiary Don't Say Gay law, which doesn't say anything about you can't say gay, but whatever. These people did not read the damn bill. The GLAAD Media Awards used its annual Los Angeles show to caution the rest of Hollywood about the perils of ignoring the LGBT community. Yes, because we know how the LGBT community works. They basically cancel and shut anybody down that won't do their things. Like, for an example, we had this pizza shop that sold pizzas by the slice. You know, I didn't really go in there much, but, you know, I thought it was a good business. Well, one day, one of the LGBT communities here wanted to put up a flyer or a poster in their business to promote whatever they were doing, you know, which, fine, you know, people can do whatever they want. Unfortunately, the business said, no, we don't want to put that in a window because we don't want, you know, political things that we can take politically, you know, in their shop. And the community took it the wrong way and basically did everything they could to shut the business down, which they ended up doing. All because they just didn't want a flyer in there and to, you know, make it political in any way. Because, I'm sorry, but the LGBT community is political. They've made themselves political. And some people just don't want it in their office. They may support you, but they don't want it on their, you know, business because it just causes problems. But anyways, article continues. Don't wait until you're in the hot seat. The media's watchdogs president and CEO Sarah Kate Ellis bluntly told the crowd at the Beverly Hilton Hotel on Saturday. Ooh, the Beverly Hilton Hotel. Yeah, a place for rich people. There's no more time to sit on the sidelines. We need Hollywood on the front lines fighting for our rights and telling our stories. What rights are you fighting for? If you live in this country, you fall under the Constitution and Bill of Rights. It doesn't matter if you're gay, black, Asian, purple, whatever. Be Barney the frickin' dinosaur. Okay? If you were born in this country or you came here legally, you fall under our rights. So I don't know what this, you know, what rights they're fighting for. It's like BLM saying they're fighting for the rights of black people. What rights are people fighting for? You already have your rights. You just want privileges. You want to be given everything and be able to do anything you want. That's what these people want. You know, I fought for my mother before she took her life in 2004, week from my 18th birthday. You know, to let, you know, because she was a lesbian. She turned, you know, after some time, but it just, you know, I fought for her rights. I saw what she went through, and I stood by her side, and I still would to this day, but I know she would not stand for how the community has gone. You know, she's not for forcing things on people, forcing things in people's face, because people just don't want that. Anyways, as if GLAAD would let the Disney debacle go unchecked, Ellis went further, saying she will call on Hollywood to take meaningful action and will soon convene the biggest brand agencies, studios, streamers together with two goals. One, to commit to improving the quality, quality, and diversity of the LGBTQ images, especially in kids and family programming, and 2, to speak out against anti-LGBTQ legislation in favor of rights like the Equalities Act. See, and this is the thing that irritates me. It's like they're not fighting for anything. All they're trying to do is push too much representation into things. Okay, here's the thing. If you look at entertainment and let's say 10% of it has gay characters in it, that's too many. That's overrepresentation. You know, and this is the problem. People just want to keep pushing so much stuff in everything that's made nowadays, and it doesn't work. It's like when Disney redid Beauty and the Beast and had black people basically in royalty. That made no sense, because in that time, black people weren't royalty in France if they were in France. But the problem is too many people nowadays follow these movies, follow what they see and hear in movies and TV shows and books and all this stuff, and believe it's real. I mean, there are people that literally think Wakanda is a real place in Africa. I mean, come on. I mean, shit, our fucking vice president thinks Wakanda is basically real. God, she's a joke. But anyways, let's get back to this article. Before honorees, including country crossover star Casey Musgraves. What's a crossover star? It makes no sense. Anyways, and Golden Globe winner Michaela J. Rodriguez, Ellis celebrated progress made in recent months, like Democrats pushing a renewed call to end bans on blood donations from gay and bisexual men, eradicating HIV stigma. Well, I'm sorry, but there is still a huge HIV and AIDS and stuff still running through the community because people refuse to wear condoms like they're supposed to. I mean, come on, man. There are literally commercials talking about a pill for people that are gay in the gay community, you know, if they have HIV. And some of them were like, you know, one of the people in the commercial was like, I know I should have worn a condom, but I just didn't. It's like, see, and that's the problem. If you're going to be doing something that could possibly get you sick, you protect yourself, period. So, you know, I don't think people that necessarily are gay or bisexual should be forced not to be able to donate. But if they're going to, they have to be tested. I'm sorry. I you know, like I said, I have nothing against people choosing what they want, but there are still scientific things that still exist, and I'm sorry, but, you know, I know a lot of people will say, oh, but there's a lot of straight people that have it too. I'm like, yeah, because they have sex in ways they don't protect themselves, and then they screw themselves. You know, it doesn't matter if you're gay or straight. You know, if you're going to have certain kinds of sex, you protect yourself, period. Or you suffer the consequences. But anyways, sorry, getting off track. And working with major social platforms like TikTok, oh God, to protect queer youth, award show organizers also pointed out and encouraged statistic roughly 200 out queer actors RSVP'd to walk the show's red carpet. Nobody cares if you're gay. Literally nobody cares. Encouraging as that might be, Ellis also spoke plainly about attacks on human rights across the country. Human right attacks? Are you kidding me? In just one day, on March 8th, the Florida Senate passed the Don't Say Gay bill, which is not what it's called. And there's nowhere in the bill that says that. But anyways, I guess these people just want to make up shit, you know. Which was signed into law this past week. The South Dakota Senate passed a bill that bans discussion of diverse concepts like race and sex in college courses. The Idaho House of Representatives passed a bill that would send librarians to jail if they let minors check out books that include LGBTQ topics. And the New Jersey State Supreme Court denied an appeal that would bar a religious organization from offering so-called conversion therapy, she said. Yeah, well, I'm sorry, but conversion therapy, that's straight up awful, and I hate religious organizations too. I hate religious organizations. I hate the LGBT community. Okay, I don't hate the people necessarily. I hate the organizations. Let me make that clear. The organizations that run all these things are corrupt. BLM, LGBTQ community, religion, institutions, Republicans, Democrats, doesn't matter what side or where it's at. These are all corrupt, and people follow these things blindly. I mean, especially religious institutions. I can't stand them the most, just because they try to go around acting like they're this holier than thou organization that cares about people, but yet they take in billions of dollars in this country and barely do anything to help anyone but themselves. Anyway, sorry I get off track. It's my ADHD for you. Anyways, let's go ahead and finish this article. This all happened not in 1 month, not in 1 week, but all in one day, she concluded. As leadership and talent from every single mainstream content creator looked on, Ellis delivered a final shot across the bow. I expect every institution executive in this room to join us. GLAAD will give you the playbook, but we won't give you the pass. See, and also, if it's in college, you know, let people learn what they want. It's in college. I'm sorry. But, you know, when you're in, like, kindergarten to third grade, you don't need to know about sexuality or sex or any of that stuff. Like, you wait until you get close to puberty for that. But, you know, this whole thing is getting absolutely out of control. I'm tired of these large organizations. I'm tired of all of these people from Hollywood, Disney, Google, Facebook, Microsoft. All these companies just suck. They don't care about us. They only care about pushing whatever they feel will make them more money. You know, and the LGBT community does spend a lot of money on stuff, especially certain things. But, you know, I'm getting tired of things being forced in people's face, you know. If somebody turns out to be gay later on in life, hey, cool. You know, that's their choice. Well, not really choice, but, you know, that's what they became, you know, and that's fine. I have nothing against it. To me, people can do almost anything they want as long as it's not personally affecting me. You know, if somebody wants to get married, fine. If you want to be stuck with that crappy institution, go right ahead. You're going to get stuck in something that you're not going to like. But anyways, I just, you know, I personally think all these organizations need to be shut down at this point. We don't need these organizations anymore. We don't need Hollywood. We don't need Disney. We don't need Google. We don't need these companies. People think, oh, well, if these companies go down, everything's going to go down. No. We'll have other people take over. But what we need to do is we need to put high restrictions on companies that reach a certain status. Because once you are making as much money as a country, I think you need to be regulated to a degree. Now, I'm not meaning like regulated as we currently do it, but more of, you know, if you're gonna do certain things, that you have to do certain things in return, kind of thing. You know, because I'm sick and tired of these organizations taking in so much money and like don't even care about the community that they're in. You know, let that community just die as long as they're bringing in money. But I don't know. I personally miss the old LGBT community when they actually fought for just being treated like a normal person. But now it's all about being given more than what you deserve. You know, because to be honest, nobody deserves anything in this world. We all choose to do what we do. But yeah, I'm just getting sick and tired of it. People need to stop. And, you know, if you want to make a gay character, fine. I don't care. But don't go out of your way to freaking tell me a million times. It's just irritating. It's like I used to watch movies back in the day, or TV shows, and there was a gay character on there. You could tell they were gay. But I didn't care. Why? Because the show didn't go out of its way to tell me every 2 seconds on television, okay, or on the radio or whatever. Internet wasn't as big then, but, you know, nobody cared. Like, people watched it and got over it. There was a movie called Thank You Wong Fu, which literally was 3 guys that were drag queens, you know, and there was a whole movie on it. I mean, nobody cared. Like, some people were like, oh, this is awful. But overall, people just watched it and were like, oh, this is not a bad movie. I mean, it's good acting, good directing. And the message isn't going out of its way to be like, people need to be drag queens. More guys need to be drag queens. No, they didn't do that. It was just telling a good story. You know? Plus, that Patrick Swayze, who was an amazing actor. You know, it sucks that he died because, you know, he could have done so much. But, you know, he was good in that role. But anyways, support people for who they are. That's all I can say. But don't support these organizations. Okay? And if you are a part of the LGBTQ community, leave it. Leave the community. Because you're only going to get yourself into more trouble. Leave that community and just be like everybody else. Just be yourself. And if you go out of your way to, you know, stand out from the crowd, people are going to notice it. People are going to say something about it. You got to expect that. So, but anyways, all I can say is treat everybody with respect. Don't look down on others, you know, and, you know, let's try to fix this world, you know, because the only people we have is each other. These organizations don't care about us. All we have is each other, and we need to look out for each other no matter who we are. No matter what our skin color is, or if we're gay or straight, it doesn't matter. So, or your gender from being a woman or man. So, we need to support everybody in the end because, like I said, these governments, organizations, and stuff, they're not for us. They're against us, and we need to stick together, okay? But anyways, thank you for listening. I really appreciate all the people that do listen to my stuff. I'm glad to see things are slowly taking off. And don't forget, if you really like my stuff, please share it to people you know. It really helps me, you know, gain a little extra cash so I can keep doing what I do and pay for my programs and stuff. Also, don't forget to comment. It really helps to let me know what you people think. Also, don't forget to hit like. It really helps with the algorithm to get my stuff out there to more people and stuff. So, but yeah. Also, and don't forget to hit follow if you like what I do and would like to get more of my future stuff. And as always, I will have the links to all the articles that I read in the description below. And also, I have my social media links. You can follow me on any of those. And also, I will have my links for my support links from my Etsy, Teespring, and Patreon. I got lots of cool 3D printed stuff on my Etsy. I got things from swords from like Kingdom Hearts, props from Fallout, keychains, you know, and much more on my Etsy store. And then Teespring, I got lots of cool designs on there for cool t-shirts. And my Patreon, I got some cool items on there. Got giving away some t-shirts and some other stuff. But other than that, I really appreciate everybody that listens to my stuff. And I will see everybody next time. Djbatman, out.